DraftKings Sportsbook is one of the most popular sportsbooks in the United States. They're only becoming legal in more and more states. They're only getting more and more users every single day. So in this video, I am just going to give you a beginner level tutorial on how to use DraftKings Sportsbook. So my name is Matt Modi. I am a content producer and betting analyst for oddsjam.com. And like I said, in this video, I'm just going to be giving you a brief beginner level tutorial on how to use DraftKings Sportsbook. So here's where I'm at, sportsbook.draftkings.com. This is the home page of DraftKings. Now, in order to log in, this part is actually quite easy. You just click the login button at the top here. So then when you click that, your information will pop up, your email, your password. You need to click log in from there. It's going to verify your location, making sure that you are in a state where sports betting is legal and you are able to actually bet on sports there. Location confirmed, and here we go. So from here, this is what it looks like when you are logged in. Your balance is at the far right here, your account name at the top right as well. Don't judge me. I made this when I was in college. Don't judge that. And then the menu is kind of easy to sort out from here. So you're logged in. What's the next step when it comes to DraftKings? Well, you probably are going to want to put some money in it so you can actually place bets. That part is quite easy. You click this deposit button right here, and then you want to make sure that you have your banking account linked or whatever method you want to use to deposit money. The amount you want to deposit is up here. If you want to deposit another number like $1,000 or $100 or whatever, you can do that here. You link your account, you click deposit, and there you have it. That is how you deposit money. Trust me, they make it quite easy to deposit money. It's very easy for them to take your money. It's also quite easy to withdraw money. So you have a lot of money in your account, you want to withdraw it down. You just go to hover over your name, you go to account information, and then you click withdraw, and then it's the same exact thing. You want to click what account you want to withdraw from. Obviously, they do DFS as well. That's how they started. I want to click, in this case, Sportsbook and Casino. You want to pick how much I want to withdraw, $1,000, $100, whatever. You enter the amount, you click continue, and then you go through the process, the same process as depositing, where you want to make sure that you have your accounts linked and everything like that. So depositing, withdrawing money, quite easy. Just need to make sure that you link your accounts. So now you have it. You have money in your account. You're ready to start betting. What to do now? Well, first things first, most likely one of the sports you're going to want to bet on is under this popular tab at the top left here. I am recording this at the end of February, so we are in the middle of college basketball and the NBA. Football has unfortunately ended, but if I wanted to bet on the NBA, I would just click over here, NBA, and then it pulls up all the different options in the games for me to bet on, even some for tomorrow, some early lines for tomorrow, as we see right here. So in terms of what you're looking at, I'll briefly describe the three main markets. These three main markets are pretty much the same for every single sport. The spread might be like run line in baseball, puck line in hockey, but these three are going to be the same three main lines in pretty much every single sport. The spread is basically how many points a team can win or lose by. The minus is dictated by the favorite. So anywhere you see the minus, it's always going to be the favorite. The plus is always going to be the underdog. When you are looking at the favorite, so the minus, the number that comes next to it, in this case is 9, is how many points that they have to win by in order for you to win your spread bet. So in this case, the Grizzlies, as we can see, are 9-point favorites. So that means they have to win by 10 or more points in order for you to win your spread bet on the Grizzlies. Now, in this case, because there's no half point, like you see a lot of halves, if it lands at exactly 9, if the Grizzlies win by exactly 9, that would be considered a push, and you would just get your bet refunded. So if the Grizzlies win by exactly 9 and I bet $10 on it, I would get that $10 refunded into my account. For the underdog, it's the same but opposite. The Lakers, they can either lose by 8 or fewer points, or they can win straight up, and you would win your spread bet on the Lakers. If they lose by exactly 9, you would get your money back. Same thing. The odds you see next to it, in this case, the minus 110. So with the minus, in terms of the odds themselves, the number that comes next to it is how much money you would have to risk in order to profit $100. So in this case, we see minus 110. I would have to risk $110 to profit 100. or $11 to profit 10. We see the minus 105 and the minus 115. Minus 105 means you have to risk $105 to profit 100. The minus 115 means you have to risk $115 to profit 100. That's how the odds work. Next up is the total we see here. This is just you're betting on how many points are going to be scored in the game over or under a specific amount. In this case, the first example is 230. We see one here, 220. Obviously, the higher the number, the more points are being projected to be scored in this game. Now, it doesn't matter where those points come from and if they come in overtime or not, just that they are scored. So the Grizzlies could win 231-0, and the over would still hit. Or the total could be 100-100 at the end of regulation, but it goes into 4 overtimes, and the over only hits because of those overtimes, it would still count. And then the last one, the money line. This is the easiest bet to conceptualize in sports. You're literally just betting on who you think is going to win straight up. Same thing in terms of the spread. The minus dictates the favorite. The plus dictates the underdog. The way to read the odds is the exact same. So the minus, the number that comes after it, how much money you would have to risk in order to profit $100. So in this case, for the Grizzlies, I would need to risk $390 to profit $100. For the plus, so that is how much money you would profit if you risked $100. So the Lakers being at plus 320, if I risked $100, I would get a total payout of 420. So you subtract your initial risk, I would get a profit of $320. So right off the bat, you can kind of learn the bigger the numbers in terms of the spread and the money line, the bigger the favorites are. So like the Grizzlies being 9-point favorites, obviously that's a bigger number than the Raptors. So the Grizzlies are heavier favorites than the Raptors. So that's what all this stuff means. In terms of actually placing a bet, the most important part of all this, all you need to do is hover your mouse over the desired bet that you want to place. You click your mouse, you put how much money you want to wager. So in this case, I want to wager $50. You enter that in, you click place bet, and that is how you place a bet on DraftKings. A lot of people ask questions about like, how do I place parlays? Very, very similar to placing bets. You just need to click multiple options and then it'll show up as a parlay. So let's say I want to bet on the Grizzlies -9, and I want to bet on the Bulls +4.5 and the Bucks -6.5. We see here, they're all put individually right here, but there's also this 3-pick parlay option at the bottom. So I can bet $20 on this parlay, and now I get a payout of $140. So that's how parlays work. You just select multiple options, and then it gives you the option to put them in a parlay. For NBA and for NFL and for baseball, a lot of people want to bet on player props. That is in the menu we see up here. So first basket props, who's going to score first, the literal first basket, and then we see all the different player props, points, rebounds, assists, 3-pointers. Head-to-head player props are kind of cool. Anthony Davis versus Desmond Bane. Anthony Davis gets a 7.5-point spread. It's kind of the same thing, almost just kind of a micro version of it with player props, spread, total money line. So you can bet over, under how many points 2 players are going to combine for, who's going to score more. It's kind of cool, the different options that DraftKings gives you, but it's all in this menu up here. If you want to bet on some sort of alternate market, right? We see a bunch of different options here, along with the draft. So that's kind of how to navigate the DraftKings website. In terms of special promos and stuff that DraftKings offers, that is going to be in the promos option here. You just click the button and it shows you every single promotion that DraftKings is running. So they have like a no sweat SGP. SGP stands for same game parlay, meaning you can bet up to a certain amount and you will get that refunded in terms of a free bet if that bet loses. And all of the different promos are going to be available here. Another thing that is important to learn about DraftKings is where to look at your pending bets. So you just click the My Bets button here, and it shows every single bet that you have. You can look at just what's open, what's settled, what's won, or what's lost, but your entire betting history is going to be on the My Bets feature. So you can kind of go through and see how your bets did specifically with DraftKings. And I've had a good stretch of it recently. And that's kind of the beginner level important stuff. The last thing that I want to mention, and we're getting a little bit into the weeds here, is if you want to look for a specific league or specific team. So the sports teams, you can just click right here. So like I want to look, let's say I want to look into the Sixers. So you go to teams, NBA, you click Sixers, and then it kind of gives you everything available for that specific team, which is kind of cool. And then right below that, if you want to look into a certain league, obviously one that might not show up on the popular tab, you can do that here. A to Z, Aussie rules, all the way down to winter sports, some playoff pages, some championship pages, some different teams in specific leagues at the bottom here as well. But pretty much anything you want to find, you can, in terms of a specific league, in the left here on DraftKings. And that's pretty much it when it comes to the beginner level tutorial of how to use OddsJam. You've learned how to log in, how to withdraw, deposit money, how to place bets, how to place parlays, how odds work, how to find the different odds in the different markets, promos, teams, sports, all that good stuff. If there's something I missed or something you need clarification on, please let me know in the comments. Other than that, I appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on my social media handle you've seen on the screen here. And that's it. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.